Hello everybody, it's Henry Wiederman. I'm working on a Husqvarna 450 Rancher. So this was taken to a local shop. They charged them $80 to put a spark plug in and put an aftermarket carb on it, and it still don't run right. And then the carburetor, when I took it apart, they had broken the high needle off by tweaking it down too hard. So I said, well, let's do a pressure compression test. So we're doing a pressure test and a vacuum test. So I'm testing this thing out. I already took the muffler off, looked at the piston, and there is no scoring. This thing has good compression, run around a buck 50. So let's do a vacuum. So bringing it up. Now bring it up. I like to pull them tight, and it's holding. And I've held it and held it and held it, and I pull started it. And it holds. So vacuum test sat. Now let's go to pressure. I love this. You don't have to buy an expensive one. This was a very inexpensive one. I've had it for a year now, and I use it all the time. So don't go spend a lot of money on stuff. Now there's the pressure. I got it way up there, probably a little higher than I should. But the seals are holding. Again, we'll go ahead and everybody likes to pull these a little bit. Pull. And there you go. It held pressure. So it's not dropping, has no leaks. So the crankcase seals are tight. The cylinder head to the block is tight. The case itself is tight because what I don't like about Husqvarna, especially this model, it's on the bottom here where the bolts go through. Can't see it with the handle and stuff in place. But on the bottom, there is metal inserts, and then they form fit the plastic around the inserts. Sometimes there's flaws around that. I've had two of them that had cracks on them or imperfections on it, and the case itself was leaking around where the main bolts go through to hold the cylinder head on, to hold the cylinder on. Okay? All right, so that's done. Next thing I'll do is I'll pull the starter cover, and I'll check and make sure that the spark plug coil is set right onto the flywheel in case they did tamper with it. I don't think they did. It don't look like they did a whole lot to this saw. They definitely didn't do any tests like Henry's done. So you can rule that out. All right, so that so far is good. So I'll wait for the new carburetor to come in. Yes, I'm using aftermarket. I've used the same company called HIPAA forever. I'm not advertising for them, but they're pretty good for me. I haven't had any troubles. So I'll go ahead and get that carburetor on there. And like I said, they already put an aftermarket. This is aftermarket one from, sorry, wrong one. Aftermarket one from the so-called $80 repair shop. Aftermarket, no label on it, and that's how I can tell. Broke off the high jet in it. So let's see if we can get this thing going for this guy and get him happy again. Fuel lines look good. I already checked them. The saw's not that old. I'll put a new primer bulb on it for him. I'll check and make sure all his gas lines are good. These are all fairly new. And like I said, I would check the gap between the coil and the flywheel next. All right, that's Henry. So Henry Wiederman out, Husqvarna 450. Troubleshooting it, pressure testing, vacuum testing it, trying to find leaks on it. So far, I'm happy with it. I took the decompression plug out. I put my own plug in it that I have made. Oh, I wanted to talk about this plate I made. Let's talk about that. So I made this plate. I got tired of buying test plates, and they're expensive and they ain't nothing fancy to them. So I've got myself some plate aluminum from the local hardware store, and I saw it myself. I file it, and I made that plate specifically for the 450 because this is a dual intake. This I don't know why they make these. More problems for leaks, but that's what it looks like when you take it off. So that's the blank. That's what it looks like, and that's the blank. Carburetor goes on the bottom side, and this is the breather. Whoops, breather on the top side. So anyways, I don't know why they make something barbaric like that. I wouldn't. Too many problems for too many failures. So anyways, that's it on this Husqvarna 450. Henry Wiederman out. I want everybody to have a good Thursday. I hope everybody's safe through this hurricane and nobody gets killed or hurt. God bless everybody. God bless America. Henry out. Yes, and I am very patriotic. Sorry, I am very patriotic. So I fly my flag. I have flags everywhere. I'm very patriotic. Always have been. Always will be. And that's just who I am. All right. All right, everybody. Have a good day. Henry out.